Hi, I'm Beth. This is Ande, and we are from the rock band As December Falls. Um, how would you describe us? Like, I don't know how I'd describe us. I just say, hey, we're an alt rock band, and
Yeah,
we
basically.
put on a hella live show for you all.
Especially with the new album that's all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is no genre.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you so much. You guys have just released Angry Cry, which I'm loving, by the way. Can you tell us a bit more about why this song felt right to release right now, so soon? Well, not so soon, but just after the live album?
Okay, so this one was, we really thought it let the fans know that we may possibly be delving into sort of like some new genres, because Angry Cry was a little bit different compared to our last album, I'd say. And also just the meaning behind it as well. I feel like it was time to get that one out. So to let people know that, hey, we're all dealing with shit still. So let's
It has been a rough year for us.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, it's been a rough year, and I think that's definitely bled into your songwriting, our songwriting. And the live album just came out, which was like a celebration of the last record, and it very much felt like
we kind of wanted the live album to sort of be, well, not closure, because obviously Join the Club will never be over,
but drawing a line under that period,
and
going straight to the next era like a month later just felt like a cool move to pull.
And Angry Cry, it feels like a new thing for us. It feels like a new style of song, but everyone seems to be loving it so far, so hopefully we've made the right call there.
Oh, definitely, I reckon. So is Angry Cry a sign of what's to come on the new album, or do all the songs sound wildly different from each other?
I think for the first time in our careers, we've walked into an album without a real plan in terms of, right, this is like sonically what we're aiming for. We've actually spent more time in the studio on this one than we have with any record. Our producer was tallying up the dates, and we've spent over a month in the studio. Whereas like every other album's felt a lot more rushed because of like budget restrictions. So like typically how we've done things in the past is we'll write a bunch of songs, then do pre-pro, and then the actual recording of it gets squeezed into as little time as physically possible to save as much money, because we're an independent band, there's no label, we're funding everything ourselves. Whereas this time we really spent the time just crafting something that we would be really proud of. And I think the results wise is a bit all over the place genre wise. Like there's a little bit in there for everyone, I think. Like
but they all work together.
They do.
They all work together.
Oh, nice. And you mentioned something before, that you guys are an independent band. Is that the same for this album as well? I imagine that you guys have not gone with a record label.
No, we still run our own label, still independent,
still
us.
That's mad. And it must be quite liberating as well to be like that and to be successful, doing it yourselves and not depending on labels, and that it must be, quite liberating, quite liberating.
Yes, I think it's something that it has its pros and cons, doesn't it?
Yes.
So, I mean, there's two sides to every coin, isn't there? But I always choose to see the positives of it, because I flipping love that we're independent. I'm so proud of us that we have got this far and we're doing all of this stuff as an independent band. And it's not like we've had a label in the past and they've helped us, but like we've literally built this thing from the ground up. So I love that, but obviously it comes with hindrances, as in like we do struggle with like getting support slots and like things like that, don't we?
Yeah, for sure. And like there's, like Beth said, there's lots of pros and cons to having a label. I think the benefits of having labels involved early on is that it opens a lot of doors that necessarily wouldn't have been opened for you at that time because you haven't earned it yet. And that's really where we've struggled, trying to build this from the ground up. A lot of industry not knowing who we are, a lot of other bands really not knowing who we are, because we built up our own little DIY bubble, and that's been amazing. Playing to nearly 1,000 caps in the UK has been sick.
I think when you've been sort of as fiercely independent as we have been, it's just a case of you constantly have to prove
Yes,
But
everything.
you constantly have to prove that you've done it and
Yeah.
prove that you can do it again and again. Whereas I feel like you don't have to do that as much when you do have the labels behind you backing you. But then in some ways it's flipping awesome though, because we have developed such an amazing community of like as December Falls fans. Like I know everyone's gonna say, "Oh, my fans are the best, my fans are the best," but honestly, our fans are genuinely the best. They are so cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like the reason we have that closeness with them and able to have formed such this tight-knit community is because we've been independent this whole time, and they know we've been independent the whole time, so they feel like they have something to sort of rally behind. And I like
definitely
that.
You guys have built it literally from the ground up, and even your past albums as well have been recorded in home studios, is that right?
Yes. So well, not well, yeah, our first album, it was basically in a garage in London, wasn't it? Our first album.
Well, no, Join the Club was actually recorded here.
Oh, that's true. We did record Join the Club here, but it wasn't like mixed here, so like I don't think that really counts. That was
okay.
We did record a lot of Join the Club here, except the drums. That was actually a great experience, though. Really loved that. Like, yeah, if any bands can just record at home in their living room, highly recommend. Just waking up, making a cup of tea, playing with the cats, and then recording a song. Pretty sick.
Oh, that's awesome. And it really, from a fan perspective, it feels really authentic to hear a band that, you know, still does DIY, because I guess it may be a little bit more common nowadays, but it's certainly something that you don't see a lot of. And you're right about, you know, the fan base being right behind you guys, because just encouraging you to keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, it's awesome. You guys have played at some of the biggest festivals and have biggest festivals in the world and have gained a huge following. Do you guys pinch yourself, and how do you wrap your head around how crazy that is?
Oh, every day.
I don't think we'll ever quite get over it, do
no.
we? Like,
no, like, so this year, for example, being invited to play Slam Dunk main stage and 2000 Trees main stage in the UK, which are two of the biggest rock festivals, and like
well, we've been attending Slam Dunk Festival since we were like 15, 16, and to be playing main stage, like even on the day, it's like my core memory from playing Slam Dunk this year, where I went out to who did we go say? All American Rejects.
Yes, All American Rejects.
We went around the front to go watch All American Rejects, and I was like, oh wow, like this is massive, isn't it? And Andy literally turned around to me and went, "You literally played that like 3 hours ago," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I did. I absolutely did do that." I don't think it clicked in my head, because from the stage it seemed like the stage seems so much smaller when you're on it, and then when you're looking at it, you're like, "Oh shit, this is like a massive, huge thing that we've just done."
Far out. Sorry.
I was going to say it was definitely a full circle moment for us playing like Slam Dunk main stage, because back in 2018, when we were a little baby band, we won a competition to open that festival just for one of the days, and so like 5 years later playing main stage, 6 years later playing main stage was definitely a big.
It was crazy.
It was a very nice, fulfilling circle moment for us.
Yeah. Oh, that's hectic. I can only imagine. Well, I can't, but I watch a lot of the Slam Dunk festivals here at home, and it just. Do you guys get like? Were you really nervous, obviously, to play on stage to that many people, or?
I feel like you're always nervous.
But I'm nervous. Like I could play to like 2 people and still be like. No, like so I feel like you're asking the wrong gal with me, because like, every time I'm about to go on stage, I'm like, I feel like I'm about to throw up. I am so nervous. Like as soon as our intro music is on, and as soon as I take 2 steps on stage, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm in ADF Beth mode, I'm ready. But no, beforehand I am a nervous wreck. Like,
you poor thing. You're gracing our shores in February. Have you guys ever been to Australia?
Never. I've never been.
No.
I'm never. So excited.
Good. That was my next question.
So 2 of my cousins live in Melbourne, so hopefully going to be able to swing by and see those guys, because I haven't seen them in a minute.
My uncle's in Melbourne too.
My last 3 barbers have also all moved to Melbourne.
I thought we moved to Sydney.
No, it was Melbourne.
Oh,
they're all in Melbourne.
Everyone's moving to Melbourne.
Everyone's in Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the spot. Yeah.
One of our early support bands that we took out in the UK for the Happier tour was a band called, they're now the Hype. They were called Three then, but they're now called the Hype. And love those guys. Hopefully going to be able to hook up with them. And then Red Hook, Knocking About.
We recently just played. Well, we've just finished our tour
with
Skindred, and on one of those, Red Hook came on the show as well.
And you went out with them, didn't you? You sang a song with Emmy.
Yeah. So I went and sang Michaela's part in Imposter. So that was really fun. It was so nice seeing those guys, and they were like, "Yeah, hit us up when you get to Sydney and all that." So
awesome. So do you guys have any word on support acts then for your tour when you come here, or you kind of don't know yet?
We're still picking at the moment. So we've had quite a lot of people email us in and just be like, yo, we'd love to play with you guys, which is really nice because like we've never been to Australia. So to actually have like so many Australian bands hitting us up and be like, yo, take us out on tour. That was really nice.
Well, because I did a feature on like Down and Out's track.
You did.
And they were like, oh, if you guys need a support, please hit us up. So I just like sent it over to Ian, like, oh, we have an option here. Like,
so still deciding, but it's going to be good. That I know.
Oh, awesome.
This is exactly why I looped you into this interview too. I was like, they're gonna ask me things, and I don't deal with this kind. I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, it's totally fine. What music do you guys like to listen to yourselves? Is there any guilty pleasures? Like, do you like a bit of Britney Spears occasionally, or anything like that?
I'm just pointing.
I know you do.
I have a very eclectic taste. And we both do, to be fair. Like, you are absolutely obsessed with Chapel Roan at the moment.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, but who isn't obsessed with Chapel Roan at the moment? Like, you know what I mean?
That is true.
You listen to a lot of Carly Rae Jepsen.
I do love Carly Rae Jepsen.
What?
I know.
I'm not even ashamed of that. I Will Die on the Hill That Call Me Maybe is probably one of the best songs.
Oh, that's so funny.
I will die on that hill. But yeah, I think
we're all very like
all over the place, really
well-rounded, aren't we? As well, like as in like even so Timmy, who is our other guitar player, like I don't think I've heard him listen to a rock song in like 2 years.
No, all he listens to is like sad girl. Pop. Sad girl pop is Timmy's jam,
which is hilarious because he's the one who writes like our most like heavy breakdowns. Like,
Oh, I love that. Do you guys still have those side jobs outside of the band?
Yes, and that is again probably a downside of being an independent artist. Like making the money work to do this full time has always been a struggle.
Trying to get holiday days.
Yes, is a nightmare. So I work as a music marketer on the side. So I work with artists and management, helping them like market music, market shows and stuff, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Both the boys though are looking towards hopefully
at the minute they both have office jobs.
They both have office jobs and they're both trying to get out of it really.
Wow.
We're at that like no one ever talks about the stage of being a band where everyone thinks you've got tons of money because you're getting to a relative level of success.
And
but not quite there, and it sucks because
it's sort of like, yes, you may be bringing in a little bit more money, but you're spending like double.
Yes,
and it's
and we're mid-album creation at the moment, so we've invested a huge amount of money into this next album, and obviously no pre-order for sale yet. But it's like this last month is a prime example. We've been on tour with Skindred. For whatever reason, the touring routing has been much more like weekend based. It's been like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but it's been for like that for like a month. So we've been going playing 3 shows a day, 3 shows a week, coming back working a full-time job, going back out at the weekends, working a full-time job, and we're all dead.
Yeah, I think we're very happy that we're getting back to like sort of a normal life schedule for like 2 months.
Yeah,
and then we'll mess again later.
And then it will start again.
Yeah,
but like I 11 hours yesterday and I felt amazing.
Great. It was a great time.
Oh, nice. And you guys obviously have put in for time off over February when you're coming here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope. Yeah, good.
Lots of time off for that one.
Yeah. So I actually quite like that we're only doing 3 shows because it means that we can actually stay for like a week and a half and then just enjoy enjoy Australia.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be very
It's
fun.
gonna be nice.
Little band holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're getting there a couple of days before, so that hopefully we can
Recover from the jet lag.
Yeah. Like we're probably still not going to have, but we're gonna try our goddamn best. 3 awesome rock shows, and then we're gonna chill for like a week.
Yeah.
It's gonna I'm excited.
Nice. What do you hope your songs and shows give to your listeners when they leave?
Ooh.
I think my personally, me from a show, so like I go to gigs as like an escape from life. Like I don't want to go to a gig and have like I'm very aware that there are lots of artists out there who will like sort of talk about deep issues and things on stage, and that's fine for them. But at an As December Fall show, I want to be an escape. I'm there for, well, I say this every time I go on stage. An As December Fall show is a party that everyone is invited to, and that's the vibe I want from our shows. Like I think even when we play like on our last headline tour, we played like a little acoustic song halfway through, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's so slow!" And like, why are we not running around like crazy people for like a song? But yeah, no, I think that's always my aim. I want people to feel just so engulfed in the moment and so like just happy vibes all round. Like
I think the biggest thing about this band has always been about connection, and
yeah.
I think that resonates with the music, with the shows, and like that's the core tenet is about connection with people. Like that you're not alone. That's what I love so much about our fan base, like our Discord community, like seeing so many people like link up and like make friends and like go to shows together, and they've just met in our Discord, you know, and it's just such a beautiful thing.
No, it's always lovely because as like we write about a lot of very deep issues. What would you say?
Yeah, like deep topics, I guess.
Topics, there we go. That's the word I'm looking for. We write about a lot of deep topics, a lot of mental health going on there. An angry cry, case in point. But I feel like that gets the fans to relate to it because they're like, oh shit, these people are going through this shit too. And if they have in any way sort of put us on this thing, we're like, no, don't put us up there. We're down here with you. Like we're still doing the same things you are. So people can relate to that, and they come together, and we're just this little swarm of weirdos having a great time together, and it's. I like that.
That's the quote right there. A little swarm of weirdos.
Proud to be one of your weirdos. It's fine. Beth, this one's for you. How do you maintain your sanity as the only girl in a band with 3 other guys?
Oh, I don't. No, I'm kidding.
I didn't think so.
To be fair, the guys are always very nice. I'm not gonna lie. I think the guys, you're not very guy-y. Like not in a not in a bad way, but like you're not like. I guess you are immature, actually. I feel like you don't make it difficult to be around, and you're very respectful of like just my needs and things, and you're never.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're just very nice. I think it helps because obviously we're married.
Yeah.
I've lived with Timmy.
Yeah.
All our crew are absolute godsends. They're angels. So like, it's just.
And
easy.
It's very rare that we're doing a tour that there isn't a girl also present as a crew member.
Yeah.
So you normally do have other women around.
Yes.
Which helps.
Thank God. Yeah.
And even if I'm not there though, like I feel very fine being like, guys, I need a fucking girl day.
Yeah.
Like I'm spending a day in a hotel, doing a face mask and doing all this stuff. Like, but yeah, no, but honestly, they make it easy. You're not a difficult bunch to be around, to be honest.
Aww.
But yeah.
Oh, good. And just before we wrap it up, is there anything you want to say to your Australian fans?
Oh my God, guys, we are so excited to come out to you. We are so excited to finally meet you all. It's gonna be rowdy and it's gonna be fun, and we're probably gonna be jet lagged, but we trust you guys to bring the vibe up. So yeah.
It's gonna be sick. We're working on opening our first Australian store, which means that merch will ship from Australia. So you won't have to pay shipping fees from the UK. So that is coming. I'm working on it. I promise it is happening. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we'll hold you to that promise. It's been a pleasure, guys, to talk to you. Fans of As December Falls can catch the Australian tour kicking off the 14th of February in Melbourne. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.